Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, April 8th, 2016. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Cassie Stafford. Today's top stories. In campus news, another member of the Tarleton family has left us this week. 22-year-old Daniel Jones died after having a seizure during a communications class Wednesday morning. Paramedics and police officers were seen exiting the OA Grant building with Jones on a stretcher as they performed CPR. The senior kinesiology major was from Crowley, Texas, and was involved in the Tarleton State Marching Band, Foul Play, and Delta Chi fraternity. Texan TV spoke with some of Jones's friends to discuss his time at Tarleton.
Daniel was that kid who, whenever you talked to him, he'd always respect you and would always want to say hi to you, I guess. And so that kid always brightened up your day. He was one of my brothers in Delta Chi fraternity, and anytime in the meeting, he's always there. He was always there to brighten up the room. Always had something funny to say, regardless of the situation. And so he was just a great spirited kid, I guess is the best way to describe it. Over the time and everything, I'd known him for 4 years, and the thing was we didn't always talk all the time, but I always saw Daniel, and every time we did, he always went out of his way to say hi to me, and so things like that stick with you. And so I hope he knows that he's missed, because he is, not only by myself, but other men in the fraternity, and I know plenty of people here on school. So Daniel, we miss you, and rest in peace, brother.
Daniel was an amazing friend. His love for Tarleton probably rivals Coach Reisman. He wore that Tarleton hat he had on everywhere. He was very, very passionate about everything he did. He's actually the reason that I met the girl that I'm going to marry. We went on a double date to a Rangers game, and he is the kind of friend that is always going to be there for you. If he were still here and you walked around campus 4 times, you would probably see him twice, because he was always around and he always wanted to make sure that everything was okay and just have a good time, and he will be greatly missed here.
Visitation for Jones will be Sunday, April 10th at 4 p.m. at the Mayfield Kaiser Funeral Home, followed by funeral services on Monday, April 11th at 4 p.m. in Fort Worth, Texas at the St. Bartholomew Catholic Church. In regional news, The Flash today reports that a family is banding together to support their father, Mark Willis, by doing what he loves most. A benefit tractor and truck pull and a silent auction will be held for Willis tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. in the Stephenville City Park. Willis has been fighting cancer for almost 3 years with his family by his side. Emily Willis said her father loved tractor pulls and that he's been so sick that he hasn't been able to go to pulls for a while. The Erath County Antique Tractor and Machinery Clubs will host its 20th annual show and pool, and afterward, HWH Pulling Sled Incorporated and its self-propelled sled will stick around to pull for Willis. The entry fee for the benefit is $20 per hook. You can also donate to the Mark Willis Medical and Cancer Fund on GoFundMe.com. And now, today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, a surveillance video captured footage of a bull crossing over Interstate 35 in Alvarado. The scrambling bull trampled bystanders and jumped over a fence. Bystanders Jared Murray and Frank Ludovicio were both injured by the bull. The AP reports that Jared Murray says he didn't know if the bull was going to charge him or not, but as soon as the bull started running toward him, he knew it meant business. Ludovicio said the reason he lied down and stayed there is because he was hoping the bull wasn't going to step all over him and kick him around. The bull crossed over Interstate 35 several times until North Texas officers shot and killed it before it threatened anyone else. Murray and Ludovicio were both treated and released from the hospital. In national news, the space station astronauts are getting their first inflatable room. The unmanned SpaceX Falcon rocket is set to launch later this afternoon and will carry supplies as well as the inflatable pod to the space station. Once attached to the station, the compartment will be inflated to the size of a small bedroom. The pod will stay at the space station for 2 years, with astronauts occasionally going in and out of the structure. This inflatable pod experiment is meant to pave the way for moon bases, Mars expeditions, and even orbiting outposts that will cater to scientists and tourists in the future. This will also be the first time that astronauts will be inside an inflatable habitat structure. In international news, Colombia's highest court is paving the way for the same-sex couples to marry in the conservative Roman Catholic nation. Yesterday, the Colombian Constitutional Court rejected by a 6-3 vote a justice's opinion that would have prevented public notaries from registering the unions as marriages. Gay couples in Colombia were already allowed to form civil unions and receive many benefits of marriage, such as inheritance, pensions, and health benefits. However, the right to wed has so far been denied. A new ruling reflecting the opinion that such practices are discriminatory is expected to be approved in the upcoming weeks. Now, for the weather report, we go to Corey Todd.
Thanks, Cassie. Today's high is going to be 74 with a low of 55. The humidity is going to be 37%. It's going to be kind of cloudy. There's going to be a 30% chance of rain this Saturday, but by Sunday, it should be cleared up. Back to you, Cassie.
Thanks, Corey. Today's broadcast was produced by Corey Todd, Morgan Cavett, Sydney Burns, and Rebecca Hernandez. You can follow us on www.texannews.net. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Cassie Stafford. Tune in Monday for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.